up, get out right out of your bed, that's your quicksand. Getting rid anxiety and head, you can fix it. Rid of stigmas, all of them you said, we ain't listening. Just remember, try to do your best, you can win this. Maurice Benard, State of Mind.
All right, here we are, first of the year. It's look, this year's going to be better than the last year, and just because it is. I want to thank everybody for helping me reach 125,000 subscriptions. Never thought that would happen for somebody like me who, I don't know, I never thought I would be doing this. Acting, yes. Acting, I wanted to be the best actor in the universe, and didn't achieve that goal, but... So who I have today, who I wanted to start the year off with is subscribe if you like what you see. It's weird, it's been, well, I did a Christmas show by the time this one airs, but it's been a while. It's the first show I've done in 3 weeks, and so I'm a little nervous. But if you like what you see, subscribe, hit the button, hit that red button. Who I thought would be nice to start out the year would be Joshua Benard. He happens to be my son, and his girlfriend's going to come on, and you'll see. I really want to talk about what it's like for the young generation to be in a relationship a little bit, and they're both incredibly talented. I'm not just saying, if my son wasn't as good as he is, I wouldn't really bring up if he's good. I would just stay quiet. But he's incredibly talented, so is his girlfriend. They both sing. They're going to sing a song at the end, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, without further ado, let me introduce... Oh, yeah, he's also playing Adam on General Hospital. Let me introduce my son, Joshua Benard.
Hi.
What's going on?
It's going good. I woke up. What time is it? Woke up.
You woke up
an
early.
hour ago.
Yeah, it's nice. It's 2:00 and you got up early. First and foremost, let's talk about what you've been doing since you last came on with that really nice hair that you had. Your hair was nice. And
What I've been doing since then? How long ago is it? That was a year, right?
yeah, a year.
That was a year.
You did the rehearsal with.
You don't remember his name?
Dude, you know
Nathan
names
Fielder.
that kill me.
Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder. It's funny. He did the rehearsal, and I got to be honest. And I know he's my son. And everybody's like, "Oh, enough with how great his son is. It's his son. Everybody thinks their son is great." But he did this thing with this very important director that supposedly everybody knew. And I remember Joshua being on the set, calling me and saying, "Hey, Dad, he's more famous than you are." I said, "No, he's not." And he goes, "Look up on Instagram and see who follows him." And all these movie stars and stuff. How was that experience? Because last time you were on,
I didn't talk about it.
you couldn't talk about it.
Wait, I
You
did
could-
it, but
You couldn't talk about it.
I couldn't talk about it.
Right.
Oh, it was amazing. I told you that the fact that they just had me go in with no dialogue.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
No script at all. Nothing. It was. You don't do that on General Hospital ever, do you? Or
No.
Sometimes. No.
No,
Never.
never.
Yeah, and you taught me to improvise, to just be a good actor. You have to
be in the moment.
Yeah,
Stay in
you
the
have to
moment.
be improvise. And it was like they tell you to go in the room and you're in there for like an hour and a half by yourself. You just have to, it's like you're living as the character, but they're
That's
always
amazing.
recording.
Yeah.
And you don't leave. And you have to stay in the character for about an hour and a half. You're in that room and the
Doing
cameras
what?
on. Being my character. So like my character played the guitar, or I
Right.
would just sleep.
Right.
I would sleep, like take a nap, then I'd wake up, And then Nathan Fielder would walk in as my dad and just be like, "Hey, Adam." My character's name was Adam as well.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It was funny.
I wonder if GH knows that.
There's no way. Or maybe they did.
I mean, how can that look? Out of every name in the history of names,
Yeah.
you get the same name on HBO than you do on General Hospital. I mean,
That's really that is weird.
so listen, as far as that show, when it came on, it's the fourth show. If you want to check it out, and the last 10 minutes or 12 minutes are all Joshua and Nathan Fielder, and he nailed it, hit a home run, man. I mean, it was just, if you watch those last 10 minutes, you know what he can do, and to do that kind of improv and to be with somebody as great as Nathan Fielder, because that's what he does all the time.
Yeah. I mean, he's a comedian.
Yeah, but like realistic things, not like kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's actually what he does. Yeah. And then I did GH after. Like, I did GH for the first time as Adam. Right after that, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like, remember when I first came on as Adam?
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah, as a bad little guy. Yeah. I want to get into Adam later, but I just want to ask you some questions.
Oh, you got notes for me? I thought you said you weren't going to do notes.
No, I got my own little notes. That's because I forget things. Let me just ask you some questions, and then we'll. What is your definition of love?
Definition, 1 word, 2 words, how many words?
Can do
anything.
whatever
I can
you want.
You know, the first thing that came to my head was like being there, but that always doesn't.
Being there.
Being there for someone, like
that is
you're being there.
that is, yeah.
But for me, it's like, I don't know. I would say being there for every single part. The first thing I think of is you and Mom when you guys had that really bad time when you tried to kill her. No, you didn't. No, not try to kill her.
No, I did try to kill her.
Well, no, you didn't try to kill her. You threatened.
No,
to.
yeah, I threatened.
That's different. You trying to.
Yeah.
You threatened
to kill her. Yeah, no, I didn't try to kill her. No.
But to me, that's what I mean by. That's my definition of love is like.
Let's get into that a little bit since you brought it up, and we need to do it. This is a mental health kind of show, He's talking about what probably, if you've read my book, if you've watched State of Mind, you know that I had a manic episode and I threatened to kill my wife, and I was drunk, and it was not a pretty time, but that's what happens when you're bipolar and you have a manic episode, and especially when you involve drinking. I don't mean to cut you off because I want to get back to what we were talking about, but can I bring this up because it's just hitting me right now? I had 2 people that I know this year. Both were bipolar, or 3 people. I'm sorry, includes me. 3 people bipolar, but I'm the only one that didn't drink, and I'm the only one still alive. And that says a lot because mental illness is difficult, but it's not impossible. But it is difficult at times. But you add drinking or drugs or anything else into the equation, can be deadly. Okay. That just comes to me, and I have to talk because otherwise. Uh-huh. So, yeah, go ahead. Why does love make you feel that time?
If you look at all about why the marriage divorce rate is like 50% now.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of it has to do with people not wanting to be there for the great and the good times. Mm-hmm. And the bad times. Mm-hmm. So great, good, bad, horrible. Some people leave when it gets horrible and some people stay. But the reason why I was like iffy about being there is because some people stay when they shouldn't.
Yeah, that's
when
true.
they should leave.
That's
because
true.
then is it love at that point? If you're staying when you're in a horrible relationship, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend. I
Well,
don't
it
know.
could be love if you're staying for the love of the children.
Yeah.
Although that shouldn't be though.
Yeah.
I don't think any. That's a good point you made. I don't think anybody should stay in a marriage for the children if they're not happy. I don't.
I don't have children. You could speak.
You know what I mean, though?
No, I do know what you mean.
Yeah, because a lot of people do.
What's your definition of love?
You know,
It's a hard one.
it's amazing that we're just a stupid question is getting us all into this. My definition of love is helping people.
Helping people?
Yeah, it's like what I do here.
Mm-hmm.
I love. It's like I get the most gratification. Even now, I get emotional from people that are going through stuff, and whether it's my book or whether it's State of Mind that I've helped. That to me is, and the love of my parent. That's love, but that's kind of everybody's love, right? The parents and your wife, you know, Paula, what she's done for me. That's your mother.
Really?
What she's done for me, you know, is beyond that love. But you know, man, sometimes I see videos, and I can't tell you. I don't know if that's love of these dogs that they find on the street that are like starving.
Yeah.
And they turn the dog. They grab the dogs, take them home, and then the dog. You see the dogs get better and better.
Yeah.
And that to me, nothing makes me cry more than that. And that's love. So,
I agree.
all right, let's get into before we bring.
What's the next questions? What other stuff you have on there? I want to know everything.
Yeah,
that you
but
wrote down.
the problem is I have another State of Mind that's.
We got time. We got time.
No, the other one is what scares you.
Breaking my back again.
Ah.
I mean, nothing other than like the normal heights, ocean. Other than that, nothing really scares me. You know, like fear,
Yeah, I know.
like
You have that.
nervousness.
Yeah.
You know, like, that type of stuff. That
But
stuff
breaking
doesn't.
your back that could really.
But the heights, that scares me. But if you're talking about like mentally,
No, just anything. I mean, it's not I mean, for me, it's anxiety.
yeah,
It scares. That's the only thing that just, because I'm not scared of a lot of things, really, myself. But that, yeah.
would you say nerves are a form of being afraid?
Well, yeah. Before it seems like you're nervous before something's going to happen,
scary.
and then it scares you. So I want to talk about General Hospital real quick because you can't give anything away, but the response for you has been, I know that, not that you don't care, you don't have the ego I have. That's the truth.
I think every actor has an ego, but
Yeah, but
there's
not like
levels to
mine.
it.
But mine, I've been able to cut.
Yeah. What do you think we would have been like if I knew you this age, me now, when you were like in your 30s, or like the 30s?
You have to understand something. Look, I was darker inside and stuff, and I was never at peace inside, and I was very intense. But if you were somebody that I liked, then you see the real me. Although sometimes I'd lose my cool and stuff, but it's just the other people that or at work that I was just different. But it's you got to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
But Adam is you got a good response, Frank Valentini, and this is for all the people. This is for all the people. What's that song?
What?
For all those people who write, there's not many, but there are those
Thanks.
who write and say, it's nepotism. It's because it's his father's son. He got the job because. I'm going to tell you the truth. All right. Maybe the first time he came on, that had something to do with he was playing the younger me or whatever. But Frank Valentini didn't talk to me beforehand. He just said, I'm going to bring your son on. And he did it. And, you know, and I'll tell you the truth. If Joshua wasn't good, he'd be gone quicker because he's my son. Because, you know,
Hey,
Frank
so-
doesn't want to deal with people going, his son isn't good and he's still on because of his father.
What
Thank you.
determines a good actor?
What
some people
determines
say
a
I'm
good
right.
actor, I think, is you're born with sensitivity, you're born with emotions, and the way you're brought up will give you confidence and intelligence.
But why did so a bad actor doesn't have those things?
Not really, but doesn't mean you can't be a better bad actor. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can be, because if you're a hard worker and you work at it, you can become better even if you're bad. So I always say bad actors can become better, good actors can become great, great actors can become incredible. Write it down, put that in your little notes.
When I say bad actor, who's the first person that comes to your mind?
I don't really, because I don't really.
I put you on the spot.
If there were 3 people on a boat, right? And
This Castaway?
well, if you had to save 3 people because you know there's 3 people on a boat and there's you got-
Okay.
but you needed to be on the boat with 2 people. Who would you throw off the boat?
So I'm on the boat with 4 people in total.
No,
including
you're on
me.
the boat with 2 people.
Me.
Yeah,
and
I
2
said
other
it all
people.
wrong, but who cares? There's 3 people. Who do you save? Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
It's me, your mom,
You're off.
and Sydney.
You're off. The only reason is because you're probably having anxiety, a fucking mental breakdown. You're freaking out and you're causing too much stress, and everyone's freaking out because you're screaming.
Okay.
And
So I'm
it'd be better, like, you know, when you put something out of his misery. There's
Yeah.
probably no chance of survival of you in the wild, or on anything.
All right. Thank you. That makes me feel real good. And there was no hesitation. There was like, you. Oh, okay. Me. All right. Listen, I think we had actually a very good talk for the amount of time we had, and it was very, very
Are we
good.
doing this every year?
Yeah, we could do it every year.
You know, I told you that we've done one.
Every year, but last
Every
year
year.
was a different.
I think you should ask people.
No, I can't.
Ask people, what interviewer is better, this one or the one
Oh, please.
last year?
This one.
They could say last one.
They could, yeah, but I can tell you right now it wasn't. All right, I'm going to bring on somebody who's, we love her. She's kind of part of or she is part of the family. Usually when you're part of the family, you're married or something, but she is part of the family because she's such a sweetheart. And this is, she's very talented, Joshua's girlfriend, Sydney Shea. Have a
Hi.
seat there. Let her in, bro.
Hey. There's articles written about us. One article.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one article.
All right. Listen, first off, we want to get to know you a tiny bit. Okay?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, where are you from?
I grew up in LA, Studio City
Oh, really?
area, Burbank. I've lived everywhere.
I got to act like I don't know, so that's
oh,
why
yeah,
I do
yeah.
that.
Okay, good.
So, Studio City, that's where I live now with
Well,
Joshua.
I grew up everywhere, though, because my
Oh.
parents divorced. So I grew up in Hollywood area, and I grew up in, like, Sherman Oaks area, because my mom lived there.
Oh.
So I've been everywhere.
And how were you in school?
I was really good in school.
You weren't like a tough chick. You were a smart chick.
I was both. I was always a performing arts kid. I loved performing arts, so I was always into that more than school. So I didn't care about school, but I still did good in school. I didn't have to
Damn.
put too much effort into it, but
Lucky you. That was horrific. I just lazy and copied my way through all high school. Every page I copied.
Oh, I definitely did that.
Oh, I know, but it's not good.
I definitely did that, but also it's just like, why the curriculum is like all messed up. Like, why are we learning
I know.
this shit that I'm never gonna
Right.
ever use in my life? Why aren't I learning how to like buy a house and like
I know.
do real life
Why
things?
is that?
Because they just don't, I don't know, they just don't want to like update it. If I were to like run a school, I would have like reading is really important.
I know.
Reading is so important.
I
It
know.
teaches you so much. One, writing and activities.
I'm
like
with you.
doing activities and learning about real life. I never learned how to do anything in real life
Yeah.
in school. Like I used nothing that I learned in school.
And you know, it's funny. That's what I love about State of Mind. That something comes up, like he said about whatever and threatening Paula, and then you start getting into it, and I just can't get away from it. It's like, but I love this topic because I'll tell you why. I lucked out because I barely graduated, and I'm not even sure if I did
I was
graduate.
about to say we don't know.
Yeah, we don't. I guess because they found a paper that I wasn't in the.
You're like, oh,
So it doesn't matter. I know I was not, but, I'm not bragging because I think education is very important. But no one's come close to me being successful in my school, in the history of my school. Okay, but that doesn't happen. That's why they should teach things to help you be a better like mental health.
oh, they should definitely.
Are you kidding me?
I'd say they need to have a mental health class and like a meditation class where like kids can learn how to like deal with anxiety and breathe.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I have an hour of algebra
Right.
when I don't know. I don't even care.
But it doesn't. It's like I had a friend, not to go back to mental health, but it's important. I talked about this with this guy from American Idol that came on. Had autism. It was a great talk we had. And my friend was in school, but especially at that time, nobody knows what mental illness is.
Yeah.
He was losing his mind. Okay? And we all ran away from him. Okay? And we found out he's having a nervous breakdown. And he'd call me and he'd go, Mauricio is my name. Mauricio, come here. God loves you, man. God loves you. And I'd be like, okay, man, okay. But I'm like, running. 3 years later, I'm in a mental institution.
You're like, I made it here before you did,
Yeah.
kid. What's up?
But it's sad that I did not give him compassion. Because that's what he needed, but we didn't understand. But if you're in a class that teaches you all that, we could all be compassionate.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me breathe about that one. All right. You are incredibly talented. And okay, as a singer,
Sorry.
but you've been singing your
A
whole...
little bit. Your butt's big. Sorry.
Oh, that's true. His butt is big.
His butt is huge.
You're cutting that out. Fucking.
Okay, so you're singing talented, but you got into acting. Mm-hmm. I helped.
You're my acting teacher.
Well, I started helping you, but the reason it's easy for me to help you is because you're natural. So he's a natural. So I was like, oh, all right. And now you're studying with John Homa, John Homa's he used to be the acting coach on General Hospital, which is amazing that they used to have an acting coach. It's fantastic. And I believe in you. And it's, I'm not trying to, kiss your ass or anything, but I just do. And I just think you need to get more confidence.
Totally.
And then what do you say about that? Your confidence?
I think that I have confidence in me. A lot of the time I feel confident in what I do, and I always go in it, even if I'm scared. But for a long time, I feel like being competent was more important to me than having the other thing, because it's like you can go on to like a stage and have confidence, but
Yeah.
if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
that's what makes me feel small.
But I don't believe that. I believe when you're performing, singing, whatever, you're confident. It's afterwards or before is I believe you need to gain more confidence. Because I don't believe you give yourself, and I've said it to you, enough credit for how good you are.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I grew up in a way where like, or just I grew up being a ballerina too. So I was always like in that tough love kind of environment.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me to like look in the mirror and be like, I'm so good. I'm so amazing at
know.
what I do. Because I feel like there's always room for improvement. I never liked doing that. There was like always.
I get
more.
you. And I was brought up, taught to, you know, perfection, perfection, perfection.
Well, that's also my biggest like tragic flaw, is that like I care so much about like the perfection part of it that I don't ever want to put myself out there a lot of the times. I feel like now also like he's helped me with that so much, because he's so good at like making videos and putting them out and not caring what everyone
Yeah, he doesn't care what people
thinks.
think. That's a big plus, man.
And for a long time, it would just take me forever to even make one video and like put it out there, because I'd be watching it over and over and over again. It's like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like,
You know,
you know.
I was talking to someone last night, and she said to me, "Aren't you proud of what you've done?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm very proud." Do you know that for 58 years I couldn't say I'm proud? Because it's the same thing. It was, I could not want to say that because maybe I didn't really believe it. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a little thing inside of you that you're not there yet.
Exactly. But then again, it's like you look at it and you're like, when am I ever going to be there? Once I reach this accomplishment, then I'm like, okay, what do I do next? So it's never going to be.
Exactly.
You have to always like go into it just being happy with where you are and
Exactly.
appreciating the struggle and
Yeah, yeah.
appreciating those parts. Because then one day you're going to look back and be like, why was I so stressed out or like this way when I could have just appreciated it? Because now I look at it
Yeah.
and I've come so far, you know?
Yeah. I was talking to somebody today, actually, who's going through a real hard time, right? I talked to a lot of people who are going through hard times. And I said, dude, no, I gave away as the guy. I said, all this you're feeling, man, it's not your enemy. You got to figure out that it's your friend. Because whatever you're going through, it's going to make you a better actor and especially a better person.
Mm-hmm.
If you figure out, once you get through it, hopefully how not to go through it again.
Yeah.
But if you go through it again, it's all right. Don't make it the enemy. Once we make it the enemy here, we're done.
Well, it's literally in anything that you do. I've learned being in or music and acting and everything with performing arts is like, if you're not mentally well, you are not
It's tough.
going to have a good time and you're not going to do well.
You may do well successfully, but your mental health is going to
Well, I mean, you could do well successfully as much as you want and
But not
make
your
millions
life.
of dollars, but if you're like not good inside, it doesn't really matter. So
That's the reality. So before we get into what song you're going to sing, I want to talk about just your relationship real quick for the youth of America. Let me think about one thing for a second. What is it about him that makes you better? You like that question? I just made it up. I didn't read anything.
What is it about him that makes me better? I want to say everything, because I feel like he pushes me to see myself.
Good answer.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes everything. It makes a lot of sense to me.
he is someone that's really good at looking at himself in the mirror, and that's because of you.
Yes, that's all I do. Yeah.
And I feel like for a long time, like I couldn't do that because there was so much going on in my life that I'm just like, I don't know what to deal with first.
Yeah.
So he helped me with that.
And I will say about Joshua, he's improved tremendously in the last couple of years.
I was gonna say you're gonna ask me the same question.
Yeah,
right?
I am, but relax. You know, he had a lot of rage, and he worked on it. I know he's worked on it, and that's a cool thing because if you continue to do the bad, then you just become a jerk off, right? All right. So what in her makes you better, Joshua?
I would say, the things in her that made me better was a lot of, I would say, I took a lot of great from you, and a lot of the bad parts that are not like bad, but like the parts that in a relationship
Oh yeah.
would not be that good.
Yeah.
And before any relationship I've been in, I never got to the point where they had to tell me, don't do that. Or I shouldn't say that. Tell me to where I would care what they would say. Just didn't care. So
Yeah.
I met someone who I care about, and she's strong enough to tell me. You know, because sometimes people aren't, you know, sometimes people just don't say
I
anything.
can see that. Yeah, I can see
Sometimes
that.
people don't say anything. So for me,
Yeah, I'm strong. I'm gonna tell him, don't do that.
the things about that really helped me. And also my anger, I think just being in a relationship helped me. Like being with her helped me. My anger before then, you know, was really
Yeah.
bad. And being with Sydney, I don't know, it just helped me because
Because it helped you because when you're not with someone, you're alone. And when you're alone, you're only dealing with your own thoughts.
yeah.
And your thoughts were not,
Yeah.
not great. So it was buildup. You find somebody, and then you're just distracted all the time.
Well, she also just indirectly, like, didn't even do this on purpose, just made me realize things, you know, that I've told you that I've said that I should just not do,
Yeah.
that I should not say.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm like a dickhead. Well, sometimes, but it's not like I'm a bad person.
No,
It's
I
more so
understand.
Not
like
at all.
you never say you're a bad guy, but you
But I've
have done things
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are not
Yeah.
that you would be like, fuck that. Anyone who does that is a dick.
Yeah.
And like that's a part of
Yeah.
our growing. We're
Exactly.
similar in that way, how
Yeah.
we grow up. So that's
All right, listen. You're gonna sing a song, and what I want to do, because this went so well. If you guys want a part 2 and a more in depth, this had to be quick because I
with
got
just Sydney. Only Sydney.
Why?
no. I
Sydney,
like both of you.
No,
though.
but I want Sydney to do it herself.
Why?
Cause it's cool.
She's great, but
It's
I make her
cool.
feel safe. I know it, and she was
When
great.
she releases her music, she's gonna release
Oh,
her
okay.
music.
I'll do
soon.
that too. Yeah.
She can do it by
so
herself.
if you guys want a part 2, let me know. We'll do this, and they're gonna sing a song now. So go ahead, bro. Grab the.
Okay, I can't sit here while I your guitar.
All right.
So I have to be like
Just sit here. You can sit.
here.
I'll play like this.
I'll be here.
You're not on camera.
What
Are
song
you?
are we singing?
She on camera?
Oh no, I have to go down a little bit.
Just go down.
Okay, cool. Damn, you can play like that. Okay, what song?
The
Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And everything you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, we're gonna do a
We
different
can't
song.
do this song.
We're gonna do a different song.
do a different one. That was getting me good though.
Yeah, Sydney.
No, because you're off time.
Whatever.
Or do a different one. I like all this stuff. I love
Oh,
this.
this is good.
It's just it's too loud. Pull it up here.
There we go.
Yeah.
This song will be good because we know this song really well.
You're gonna sing it first, and we're coming with you. 1, 2, 3.
It'll be fine by a dust light, I'm telling you, baby.
These things eat at your bones and drive your mind
crazy.
But when you place your head between my collar and draw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. And I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't.
'Cause if I say I miss you, I know that you won't.
We're gonna skip to the chorus.
To you I'm just a man, show me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
I'm poisoning myself again. Something in the orange tells me we're never coming home.
That was really cool. I mean, seriously. All right, let me say this. State of mind.
Wait, Sydney,
What?
say something in Armenian to people who are Armenian that,
Oh.
that are watching. Say anything in Armenian.
I don't know what to
Look
say.
in the camera.
Hi.
No, in
Bade
Armenian.
Vonsek. I don't know what to say.
Say anything. Say like something to Armenians.
Say the Armenians are Sonny Corinto's biggest fans.
I don't know how to say.
Say anything to Armenians. Just say anything you want. Anything you want.
Don't worry about it. Don't say it.
I don't know what to say.
All right,
I'm
so
sorry.
this was a great state of mind for the first of the year. And there's a dog on the floor. And the dog is it's a good start. But we're going to have them on again, and we're going to do some more singing and stuff like that because they're fantastic together. So anyway, thank you guys. Thanks, Joshua. Thanks, Sydney. It was great. I love it. Bye. Bye. State of mind.
Bye.
All right.
I love it. Didn't say it.